Recording, recording, recording. I am so grateful for you, Stella, for contributing to this. No, to these, like cheese, not cheese, like cheese, like these. Yeah, these wonderful creations of being the source of more consciousness on the planet. So thank you. Okay. So all of the projections, expectations, separation, rejections, and judgments, conclusions, let's destroy and uncreate, right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, box, shows, boys, and beyonds. All of those projections, expectations, separation, rejections, and judgments of others delivered at you, which you might be buying as yours, or even true and real, let's destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, box, shots, boys, and beyonds. Carmen iPhone making noise. So, how many of you are actually scared of dark? How many of you have made dark as dangerous or whatever? Dark could be a metaphor for night or darkness, or it could truly just address all the forces of darkness in its face, in its totality. So what if darkness was not wrong? What if wrong was not wrong? What if forces and sources of dark, wrong were not wrong, quote unquote? I've been on this planet with all of you, and I've been on this island last few weeks. I am seeing the kind of animals I've never seen before. Some of them are night crawlers. Some of them are day crawlers. So who's really right? Who's really wrong? And is anything right? If nothing was right, can anything be wrong? And same way, if nothing was wrong, can anything be right? Or will it be what it is? Yesterday we also spoke about Disenchantment, the Netflix series, where this little princess is hanging around with this demon, one elf. It's amazing. I hope some of you have started watching it, because it will give you a humorous perspective to everything. Darkness can, quote unquote, kill you if you let it. Or if you be an allowance and acknowledge it for what it is, life moves on as it should. So everything you're unwilling to perceive, know, be, receive about this, let's destroy and create, right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, pop, shots, boys, and beyond. Everywhere you're still stuck in some of the stories of the past, which you have made into your personal hell, will you destroy and uncreate it, right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, pop, shots, boys, and beyond. Now, in this series, Disenchantment, they were showing a depiction of personal hell. One moment of your life that was quote unquote not correct, not good, was kind of scary, or where you had a judgment of you, that was your personal hell. They put a screen in front of your eyes and played it for all eternity. But that is because you created a judgment of that thing. If you did not buy the judgment as true and real, what will happen to your personal health? What will happen to all of the PVRs? What will happen? What would it be like right away if the judgment left that movie? What if judgment is the main villain, judgment is the main hero, and everything else? And if it left, if it melted, will this personal hell that some of us experience exist? And everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, pock, shots, poison, beyonds. Hell slash personal hell is just a reflection of something that either was sold to you as wrong or you chose to buy it as wrong. And I implore you to look at it. If it wasn't true, if you weren't buying it as true and real, what effect will it have on you, your body, and your future? So everywhere the judgment of the past is trying, dominating, and succeeding at being an eclipse of your brilliant future, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, pock, shots, poison, beyonds. Keep loosening up. It's through the crack of your mind, these judgments, that consciousness prevails. Let's not avoid any judgment. Let's look at it in the face. Because once you choose to encounter it, again, just the way you created it, the same ease you can destroy it with. Please start expanding out even more and relax even more. What if judgment had a switch off button? And actually the button, the remote is in your hands. Would you like to start pressing the off button on all of these things one by one or all at once? Up to you. Relax more, expand more, and expand even more. Expand even more. I ask again, if wrong was not wrong. Look at the irony of it. If wrong was not wrong, what else will be possible? It's through these cracks and nooks there are different possibility. It's already shining upon you. Some of it a little further in the future. Some of it actualizable right away. Expand even more and relax beyond this. What if contraction is not wrong and it's an awareness that there is a judgment that exists, which can be now addressed? How many of you, how many of us, including me, make contraction the enemy, the evil? What if contraction is just information? What if judgment is just information? What if judgment was not personal? And if it was not personal, what will it be? There are many news channels on your television. Do you watch all of them? So would you like to cancel your subscription to the Judgment channel and subscribe to Possibilities channel? Again, what if judgment was not wrong? What if it was just information? What do you do with irrelevant information when someone tells you? When someone tells you that your banker's wife's son's daughter-in-law went and eloped with some other neighbor and they had kinky bisexual sex that involved 3 transgenders. Do you pay attention? Maybe some of you do. Then do you forget about it? Do you pay heed to it? Do you make it real? Do you make it true? Do you make it your life's purpose to get involved? So what if from today onwards, whether you have a judgment of you or you have a judgment of someone else, or whether someone else has a judgment of you or themselves, no matter what you're perceiving, you allow all of that information to come to you. When information becomes information, it loses the polarity, the positive and negative charge of it. Would you like to expand a little more now and relax even more beyond the positive and negative polarities? The beings of machine, the machines of beingness. When I start to lose word, I know that we have entered space and it's difficult to talk. So it's a good sign. And my friends, if you know me, I don't lose words very quickly. I can keep talking. But good. Not only your mind is fried, even mine is. So if you can process information as information without being the effect of it, what else is possible? What will it take for you to create like the earth does, like the nature does, uninterrupted by all information of what mankind is doing, creating, or going through? Nature goes on about its business. So does your infinite being. Do you acknowledge it? So does your body. Do you acknowledge it? So how much energy are you using to make judgment true, real, and significant? What processing units and operating systems are you using to shuffle around judgment? Oh, this is the headline. This is the front page news. This is the last page. Would you like to withdraw some of that energy from processing these judgments and use it to create your future? What future are you capable of creating now? What physical actualization of a reality beyond this reality are you now capable of instituting, generating, and actualizing with total ease, joy, and glory? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, pop, shows, boys, and beyonds. As you loosen up the space between your molecules, just for a moment, think of it as a little pipe. It can be like your garden pipe, or could be like a tube well hose, or like a really big one. As you expand, you allow more energy to flow through these channels, these tunnels. And there are infinite in number. Infinite in number so big that it always expand. It's beyond algorithm. Beyond algorithm. Infinite is beyond algorithm. Infinite is beyond calculation. Does a tree know any algorithm? Does a bird know any algorithm? I mean, I leave my window open, the birds start to eat my bread and chicken I'm marinating. They start to drink the water I've kept in a glass, or they start dipping their beak in the orange juice glass I fill up every morning. Now, they're not taking from me, they're receiving. For them, there is no separation. They receive from wherever the contribution shows up from, beyond any form and structure, which is quite a departure from the concept of taking. They don't know that this orange juice or water or chicken or whatever bread is mine. They see it as Earth's contribution and they receive it. And when they're done, they leave. They don't sit there whole day. Similarly, a tree, when a fruit is ready, it just drops it for whoever to pick it. It doesn't say that, oh my God, on fifth day on the lunar calendar, someone with a white face will come on a golden horse and I will drop my fruit. No, a tree just drops the fruit when it's ready. If somebody picks it, great. And if no one picks the fruit, tree is not complaining that my fruit is bad. Nobody's picking it up. And one tree is not competing with other. Why do we? Why do we? So what if from today onwards, judgment is just information? Yes, it exists. Yes, it's in our face many times. And if we do not buy it as true or real, what choices do we have available? What are the infinite possibilities that we haven't considered? And what can judgment melt into when it enters our space? Let's also start asking that. When you are not the effect of judgment, even the judgment begins to melt as soon as it enters your space. Just like carbon dioxide, when it enters a tree's zone, it transforms into oxygen. So what transformative capacities we all have that we can now begin to access even more and turn it up and turn it up even more and turn it up even more and acknowledge the gift we are, the gift we've been that hasn't been acknowledged by others. And so what? If a tree is unseen in a forest that has never been touched by mankind, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Will you have that faith and trust in you? A tree doesn't know what is a mirror. It operates from knowing, being, perceiving, and receiving. It doesn't need to see its own reflection to believe it's doing its job. So, where are you judging your actions as a mirror to know something is happening? When your actions begin to contribute towards more evolving rather than devolving, you will know you don't need a mirror. Relax more into this and expand even more beyond all of these ideas. You know, I used to think in my old days, if I recite this mantra 100,000 times, then I will have the power. Then I will be able to communicate with a certain energy. Blah, blah, blah. I used to have that point of view. I have a different point of view now. I know that there is no conclusion now. It's not about reaching 100,000 or a million or a billion or a trillion. It's about acknowledging how far I've come and going forward, even if I don't know where I'm going. Just moving. The movement of energy, the ever going movement of energy. That's who we are, that's who we be. There is no end, because end is a conclusion. So let's end the end and go beyond it, relax beyond it, and expand beyond all of the endings. Let's explore the lands, the realms that go beyond the start and end. That's the beginning of infinite. It's not about invalidating the cycles, it's acknowledging the cycles and honoring the infinite nature of our being. Can be intense for some of you, but what if this is the detox that's required now? Okay, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you. And my friend Manju taught me one thing. I'm gonna say it today.